A garden is an extension of a flat. You can turn your terrace into such a green space too. A loggia or a balcony in an apartment block can be adapted in the same way. Climbing plants are recommended for this purpose as they don't take much floor space and grow upwards. They have ornamental leaves, flowers, they can be beautifully scented. They draw in carbon dioxide and air pollution from the air and release oxygen, making the environment cleaner and healthier. To grow plants on a terrace or balcony, you need to put them in containers. The containers should be at least 10 liters, like these. A plant can grow in such a container for a year or two at most. You can leave the plant for another year, but then the watering and fertilizing need to be more precise and require much more attention. That's why it's better to use larger containers from the start. They should be of 30 to 40 centimeters height and 30 liters capacity at least. They can be made from all sorts of materials. The climbers can be planted early in spring, so they decorate the balcony with flowers from late spring or early summer. Climbers can also be planted throughout the vegetation period as seasonal plants. When buying plants in large containers, we may pay more, but we obtain a nearly ready product. Alternatively, we can choose a cheaper solution. Buy small plants and a container separately and have more fun creating our own composition. What containers to choose? The plastic containers, especially the black ones, are the cheapest. This is a 30-litre one. It's important that it has quite large holes in the bottom and in the sides, at least 1.5 to 2 centimeters across, so the excess of water is drained off. Waterlogging is dangerous as it can cause the roots to rot. Container-grown plants should be watered abundantly. Large plants require watering every day or even twice a day. An alternative is a watering system that'll do the job for us. There are also containers in other colors and shapes, square or rectangle shaped. This one looks like a geranium box, it's just a bit deeper. Clematis and other climbers need more space for their roots. We shouldn't use shallow boxes like for border plants, which we keep for a couple of weeks or months only. This one's wider and 30 centimeters deep. We can see the drain holes in the bottom. Such boxes can be put on planter trays, so the water doesn't drip on your neighbor's balcony. There are different ways to prevent this happening. We can use wooden boxes too. If they're larger than necessary for the plant's comfort, we can add styrofoam slabs that'll serve as insulation and protect the roots in winter. These simple plastic containers require a different kind of frost protection. It's been presented in another tutorial. If we used less presentable containers, we would try an inexpensive cover, for example burlap or other fabric. We can also hide the container behind a piece of furniture that stands on the terrace. There are many possibilities even without spending extra money. There are synthetic containers imitating stone. They come in various patterns. The choice of colors and shapes is wide. They often have plastic inserts that ensure the proper drainage.
w razie czego możemy go udrożnić i wtedy odpływ wody jest zapewniony. Ciekawe rozwiązanie.
Tin covers are an interesting solution too.
Metalowe, blaszane.
They come in different colors. We can arrange our balcony or terrace every year just by changing the color of the covers. The most beautiful, though, are ceramic or stone pots. The ceramic ones are a bit cheaper in their natural terracotta color, but they can also be painted or glazed. You can match their color with the dominant color on your terrace or balcony. These pots are relatively more expensive and much heavier. They come in different sizes, from small, like this one, to large ones, over 1 meter high. Always make sure there's a drain hole in the bottom of the pot to let the excess water out and that the hole isn't blocked. For example, when the bottom tightly fits the floor. Some small support underneath will prevent this. It could be a tray, like this one, to prevent water from spilling. The shape of the pot can match the space it occupies or the plant it holds. High-growing clematis look attractive in tall pots. The support needs to be in proportion. On the other hand, cover shrubs that tend to overhang are best presented in wide, bowl-shaped containers. These low-growing vines can be combined with a medium-height clematis of matching or contrasting color.